all grown up with images of what a leader should be, mostly informed by our culture and what the world says a leader is. And this is usually misconstrued. To be where I am today, I had three defining blocks. I was raised by goal oriented people who believe that you are never too young to know what you want in life. They encouraged me to speak my mind. My grandmother, for example, would not accept fine as an answer to how are you. You would have to give a detailed answer that included your emotions and what you're going through. This allowed me to be very self aware at an early age, which has been a major contributor and set the foundation. From the age of 5, I wanted to be an artist. That was the plan, the goal. I had people try and discourage me because art was not something you did as a profession, and to this day is still frowned upon and considered forward thinking. I had people mock me at every turn. My father tried to sway me to do architecture as a compromise, but because of how they raised me, I was determined. I felt I was called to this, so much so that when I applied for university, I sent in one application to one university. When I got to second year, I broke down because I was struggling with the work we had to do, which made me question my entire existence. I literally had all my eggs in one basket, and this caused me so much anxiety. At this point, I checked out completely, both mentally and emotionally. Thinking about it now, I realized I was depressed. I had no idea what that was at the time. I questioned why I was there, and if I was failing so epically at the one thing I was called to do, the only thing I knew how to do, what was the point? What was I meant to do with the rest of my life? I was so certain that practicing art was the only thing that would feed my soul and fulfill my purpose that in that moment I lost all hope. During my semester break that year, my uncle, the hard questions guy, asked me what sort of artist I wanted to be if I didn't eat, breathe, and sleep art. This was the last thing I wanted to hear. His question sparked something that I couldn't fully articulate at the time and started the process of toughening me up. As I went into my final years of art school, the passion and excitement and energy started to come back. My love for painting and drawing was rebirthed, coupled by teachers who took time to walk me through rediscovering why I chose this path. Those last 2 years were the turning point of my life focus. The turnaround in my determination in some way catalyzed by becoming a mother in my 3rd year. This is where my parents being a safe place comes in. I was on an emotional roller coaster, and my life had taken a major turn, but was made easier with the support of my parents. My mother moved in with me to help with my son, and they didn't insist on tradition and what it dictates, which empowered me to make some tough decisions and focus on balancing motherhood and school. Finding a true north in people, identifying and knowing your place of safety plays a major role in your life. For me, it was my parents and family. For you, it may be someone else. What am I trying to get at with all this? Let's see. Being a Black, African, female director of an internationally affiliated organization at the age of 25, in retrospect, was a significant achievement and career defining for me. The journey has had its challenges with stereotypes, age, race, and gender biases, determining how some people engaged with me. If I had $1 for each time a person walked into my office and was surprised that not only was I female, but under the age of 30, I would probably be wealthy by now. Very wealthy by now. I have had the privilege of having only female bosses. This did not prepare me for the issues that come with being one. It did, however, shape the type of leader I wanted to be and have become. Each one of them imparted lessons to me without realizing that they have. Every day has lessons of its own, but it makes it a little easier when you love what you do and see the impact you're making over time. My experiences have allowed me to go out and reach for the stars and do all I can through sharing a little bit of creativity with the world. Whether it's through the work I do for the creative industries or it's through the content I share on my platforms, I make a conscious decision daily to put in over and above what is required of me, because life is too short for regrets, especially when you consider that we'll spend at least a third of our lives working. So rather, find a way of turning it around by learning from it. Long gone are the days where roles are defined by your gender or age. I understand more so now the need to teach our children from the moment they're born their worth, regardless of what they decide to be when they grow up. To teach them that their voice matters and what they have to say is important, and never to be scared to use it. And in doing that, be the best version of themselves they can be. Because guess what? That's life.